Okay. So we have our neighborhood alert script. Okay, here. Let's click these off. Boom. Boom. Okay. The intro and what's really important about this, it's a fairly simple intro. Okay, especially after you say it 4, 5, 6, 10 times. Okay, it kind of just starts rolling off the tongue, gets really smooth, it's quick, it's good. For this script to really work, okay, and yes, this goes for a lot of scripts, but not all scripts. This one's a little more important than others, is tone, energy, and how you're coming across on the other line. Okay, it's a very direct script. It's not like we're calling a buyer lead because they sent a message on our website. Like we're calling a homeowner out of the blue. Okay, because we're selling their neighbor's house. So it's still a really good reason for a call, but we need to take down a few more walls. Okay, than we necessarily typically would. So what's really, really important on this, Dan, I want you guys to write this down really quick. 2 emotions, 2 feelings that you really want to give off on this intro, and we'll go through it together. Okay, one is confidence, of course. The other one is mass curiosity, not just curiosity. When people see curiosity, they're like, "Huh, do you want to move into the neighborhood?" Okay, I'm talking a whole new level of curiosity that in your brain, you sound stupid. I'll tell you why. When's the last time you were scared of somebody being curious? Doesn't really happen. I can't think of a time, okay, personally. So, somebody who's genuinely curious, okay, and the only way we show them that is by going so over the top, okay, on our curiosity, that all the walls come down, all the scariness comes down, okay, and they chat with you way more. Okay, so Tristan is a newer agent on our team. He was dialing around his open house last night. Okay, the guy tried to shut him off the phone pretty hard. He's like, no, 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 no. Why are you calling all this? Kept it super calm. Okay, curious. Okay, because calm is confident. Okay, overly excited is not confident. Calm is confident. Okay. And after he was able just to push through that very, very first wall, it turned into like an 8-minute conversation. It got him into fellow, got the email, etc. And he said he'd maybe come by the open house. So that is the most important part, though, is like you are going to get kickback on this. You are going to get people saying some weird things. How'd you get my phone number? Okay, and all that type of stuff. And all you do is calm and curiously power through. Okay, so what do I mean by that? Someone goes, "Hey, Emil, how'd you get my phone number?" It's a common one. Okay, it's super simple. I'm going, "Hey, this is a great question, Emil. Here in San Diego County, every home, okay, has a phone number attached. So that's how I was able to give you a call. Let me ask you, how long have you lived in the community for?" Do you guys notice like the pauses and we kind of slow down a little bit and kind of have that like, oh, geo, I'm really kind of trying to think about what I'm gonna say next. Okay. And it's just this like utter curiosity, okay, of going through it. And that's like one of the biggest, okay, simplest ways, okay, that you can bring down somebody's walls, okay, very quickly. So that's the biggest thing we're going to practice on this, okay, today, and that we really want to get down is that on this intro, okay, hey, Catherine, confident, okay, they think that they know me, okay, then I'm moving down into the rest, okay, I need to speed up, okay, a little bit on this one. If I go too slow, they're going to hang up, okay, so it's important that I speed up a little bit here. Hey, Catherine, this is Zach. I'm actually a local real estate agent. The reason for my call today is we're selling your neighbor's home right down the street on 123 Main Street. We're having a huge open house this Saturday and Sunday from 1 to 4. And I want to let you know there's going to be a lot more traffic than usual in the neighborhood. See how I get super fast right there? Okay, so the intro starts off normal. Okay, we're trying to show them that they know us. Okay, that we're not a stranger. And then we speed up. Okay, right here in the center. Because they don't have a year to spend with us on the phone. Okay, they're giving us about 3 seconds, okay, to prove that this is a worthy phone call, okay, for them to pay attention to. So I'm going to speed up, okay, in that center part and get to the meat and potatoes. By chance, do you know of anybody who wants to see the house or move into the neighborhood? Okay, I'm not going through it quick. I'm not going through it like, hey, Joe, by chance, do you know of anybody that wants to see the house or move into the neighborhood? Okay, I'm slowing down by about 50%. I'm adding a few pauses and I'm adding a few thought gaps, is what I like to call them. Okay, it's where you're thinking. Do you think it's a good thing or a bad thing when somebody hears you thinking about what you're going to say? Good thing. Okay, we all love to think it's a bad thing because a lot of people tell us, okay, don't have pauses. Okay, it's bad when we go, sure. Okay, that's not good. Okay, filling in pauses with, with filler words, but just pausing to think about what you're going to say just shows that they should actually be listening to what you're going to say. Okay, it shows that you're being intentional, okay, about what you're telling them. So that's why what nails this whole script is the intro. Okay, because if you can get past the intro and their walls dive down, guaranteed you're in a good conversation. Okay, at least getting in 2 minutes, 3 minutes, you're getting a convo, you're talking about fellow, like at least you're getting somewhere on the call so you don't get that feeling of defeat. Because that's a really important one that we want to avoid. So I'm going to do this one more time. Okay, and then we're going to go through and role play it. Okay, with everybody. They go, hey, Emil, hey, Emil, this is Zach. I'm actually a local real estate agent. The reason for my call today is we're selling your neighbor's home right down the street at 123 Main Street. We're having a huge open house this Saturday and Sunday from 1 to 4. And I want to let you know that there's going to be a lot more traffic than usual in the neighborhood. By chance, do you know of anybody who wants to see the house or maybe move into the neighborhood? Okay, you see that kind of fumble there at the end, the break, the pause, the okay, that's what shows them that you're actually curious about what you're saying and we're not just asking a question. Okay. Mr. Emil, why don't you go ahead and start us off?
Sure thing. Nicole, Rudy.
Let's get it.
Hey, Rudy. Hey, Rudy. This is Emil. I'm a local real estate agent. Reason for my call today is we're actually selling your neighbor's home right down the street, 123 Main Street. We're gonna have a huge open house this Saturday and Sunday from 3 to 5. And I want to let you know there's gonna be a lot more traffic this weekend as than usual in your neighborhood. By chance, do you know of anyone that would be interested in coming to the open house or possibly moving into the neighborhood?
Okay, good one. I want you to speed up the middle just a tad. Let's do it
Yeah.
one more time. So you're perfect. Hey, Rudy. Hey, Rudy, this is Zach. I'm a local real estate agent. And we're in that flow, we're in that cool, loose kind of vibe. And they're like, oh, cool, this guy's cool. They're like, cool. Hey, the reason for my call today is we're selling your neighbor's home right down the street at 123 Main Street. We're having a huge open house this Saturday and Sunday, 1 to 4, 12 to 3. And I want to let you know there's going to be a lot more traffic than usual in your neighborhood. By chance, do you know of anybody who wants to see the house or move into the neighborhood? Okay, it's kind of that pause. And here, I'll even do bam. So we kind of have like an extra little pause right there. Okay, one more time.
Hey, Rudy. Hey, Rudy. It's Emil. I'm a local real estate agent. Reason for my call today is we're selling your neighbor's home right down the street at 123 Main Street. We're having a huge open house this Saturday and Sunday from 1 to 4. And I wanted to let you know that there's going to be a lot more traffic in your neighborhood than usual. By chance, do you know of anyone who wants to see the house or maybe move into the neighborhood?
Money, 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 money. Mr. Rudy. Oh, you're on mute.
Hey Gio. Hey Gio, this is Rudy. I'm a local real estate agent, and the reason for my call today is that we're selling your neighbor's home right down the street at 123 Main Street. We're having a huge open house this Saturday and Sunday from 3 to 5, and I wanted to let you know that there's going to be a lot more traffic in your neighborhood than usual. By chance, do you or anyone you know wants to see this house or move into the neighborhood?
Good job. Mr. Gio.
Hey, Steven. Hey Steven, this is Gio. I'm a local real estate agent. The reason for my call today is we're selling your neighbor's home right down the street at 123 Main Street. We're having a huge open house this Saturday and Sunday from 1 to 4, and I wanted to let you know there's going to be a lot more traffic in your neighborhood than usual. By chance, do you know of anybody who wants to see the house or move into the neighborhood?
Get it, Mr. Steven.
Okay, one second. Okay, this one's for Noel. Hey, Noel, this is Steven. I'm a local real estate agent. The reason for my call today is we're selling your neighbor's home right down the street at 123 Main Street. We're having a huge open house this Saturday and Sunday from 12 to 3. I wanted to let you know that there's going to be a lot more traffic than usual in your neighborhood. By chance, do you know of anybody who wants to see this house or move into the neighborhood?
Okay, good one. But one thing here, I'm gonna ingrain this in your guys' brains. Okay, a lot of the agents on the team probably have nightmares. Okay, about this. Okay, I know this is gonna sound crazy, and if you ask a lot of sales reps, okay, a lot of people have been doing sales for a little bit. What, what makes it so successful for them? Okay, or like, what is their one little trick, that they have? Like when I was at Set Schedule, okay, I broke the company record in 90 days. And so a lot of people came up to me and said, "What are you doing?" I was like, "I don't know, dude." I was like, "I'm just calling people, we're just going through." So I listened to my calls with my sales manager and I was like, "Hey man, like what am I doing cold calling, that's getting me like more appointments?" I was like, "I want to know, so I can do it." We worked through it and it was always the intro. Okay. Like yesterday, I was dialing with Mikey and James and Tristan, Dan, a few people in the office. And I don't know, I probably had 11, 12 conversations, something like that. Every single conversation started exactly the same way. Exactly. Does not change, no matter who I'm calling. Hey, Brett. Hey, Emil. Oh, hey, Giovanni. Hey, Steven. Okay, it's that, oh shit, you should know who I am right now. And every now and then you'll get a, who's this? Okay, and it happens, whatever. Doesn't work on every single person on the planet Earth. I no joke though, and we'll play recorded calls next week. Okay, like some of my recorded calls and stuff like that. You guys hear in their voice the wall go down off the first two freaking words that I'm saying. I am a strong believer that your intro is just as important as your close, because if you don't have a good intro, you're not going to be able to get the opportunity to close. So everybody's like, "I want to be a closer. I want to be a hard closer." Everyone's trying to learn all these objection handlers, like, "Oh, so Steven, I mean," or like, "Hey, Gio, would your wife let you do that?" If she said no, are you still gonna say no? What's gonna happen in 7 days? Or like this hard close shit. Like, dude, that sucks. That's a done it. It's not super. It's fun for a few, but you get such a low conversion. It's not fun. It's all in the intro, you guys. The intro is what lowers the walls for the rest of the call. Okay, so then you can actually discover and then land in this really good spot. Okay, so this very long, multiple paragraphs of me talking has all been about, hey, Steven. Hey, Emil. Oh, yeah. That's how you know you nailed it. When you get the, oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Who's this? You go, hey, Steven. This is Zach. I'm a local real estate agent. The reason for my call today, okay, we're off to the races. Okay, and it's rolling. But that 1, 2 words at the very beginning is like the most important part of the whole intro. Okay, let's do it one more time, Steven. The rest of it was perfect, by the way.
Okay. Okay. Hey, Noel. Hey, this is Steven. I'm a local real estate agent. The reason for my call today is we're selling your neighbor's home right down the street at 123 Main Street. We're having a huge open house this Saturday and Sunday from 1 to 4. And I wanted to let you know there's going to be a lot more traffic than usual in your neighborhood. By chance, do you know of anybody who wants to see this house or move into the neighborhood?
Yeah. You guys, once you get this down in your head, I mean, you get it down after a few calls. You get it pretty straightforward. Okay, Miss Noel.
Hey, Steven, this is Noelle. I'm a local real estate agent. And the reason for my call today is we're selling your neighbor's home right down the street at 123 Main Street. We're having a huge open house this Saturday and Sunday from 12 to 4. And I wanted to let you know there's going to be a lot more traffic than usual in your neighborhood. By any chance, do you know of anybody who wants to see this house or move into the neighborhood?
Okay, perfect. One thing here, and you guys, like I said, I'm going to ingrain this in our brains. Okay, is the pause. Hey, Steven? Pause. We wait. The answer. Hey, Steven, this is Zach. I'm a local real estate agent. I'm a local realtor. I'm a local real estate professional, whatever, you want to call yourself. Yeah, I know some people don't like going by real estate agent. Okay. But just that, hey, Noel. Hey, Noel, this is Zach. It's like this pause that we wait, okay, for them to do it, because if we don't practice it with the pause, when we actually start calling, we go, hey, Steven, this is Zach. I'm a local real estate agent. We kind of like power through, this intro. And the one last thing, Noel, I want you to do it like 5% faster, just a little bit faster. Let's do it one more time.
Hey, Steven, this is
Yeah.
Noelle. I'm a local real estate agent. The reason for my call today is we're selling our neighbor's home right down the street at 123 Main Street. We're having a huge open house this Saturday and Sunday from 12 to 4. And I wanted to let you know there's going to be a lot more traffic than usual in your neighborhood. By any chance, do you know of anybody who wants to see this house or move into the neighborhood?
Boom. Okay, how are we feeling? What objections do we think we could possibly get hit with? What's on the brain? What did we get hit with yesterday, or what do we think we may get hit with that I can answer for you guys?
I'm really happy where I'm at.
Hey, Rudy, I'm super happy to hear that you're happy where you're at. Let me ask you, what made you decide to move to this neighborhood in the first place? Okay, then they talk. They go. I'm like, oh my God, wow, no way. Okay. Hey, so just out of curiosity, Rudy, before I let you go, so do you see this being your forever home? And that's like the question you're trying to get to. We do a little rapport. I called it off ramp. Okay, you guys, so we're going down the freeway. You take an off ramp to get snacks, get food, yada yada. You're not worried about your trip really anymore. Okay, we do that in conversations all the time, saying, "Are you already local to the area?" Stuff like that. What made you decide to pick this home in the first place? And you're kind of exiting real estate talk for a little bit and moving into personal. It's called an off ramp. So you hang out on that off ramp for like 2, 3 questions, and then we need to get back on the freeway because you don't want to be the bum hanging out at the gas station for too long. Okay, so we get back on the freeway, okay, as fast as we can. So 2, 3 questions like that, and then hey, so let me just ask you, Rudy, out of pure curiosity here, do you see this being your forever home? And it's that pause right there in the middle. You guys notice I pause a lot, okay, when I talk to people on the phone. So Rudy, let me ask
Hey,
you.
I was going to suggest if you guys could stand up when you make these calls, it's a whole different energy that's running through your system. And you notice when people give up to give a lecture or speech, they're standing. So standing is going to change the way you energetically project, okay?
Yeah, I'm a big walker. You guys, you'll notice like if I answer the phone, it kind of sucks, honestly, for some people because they'll try to listen to my call. Like, hey, bro, you gotta walk with me. Yeah,
Yeah.
you gotta walk. Mikey Steele followed me for probably, I don't know, 20 minutes walking around my complex yesterday, listening to a call that I was on. I've literally walked like over a mile and been like, shit, dude, gotta turn back around and get back now for the next call. Like, my brain kind of escapes. I'm a walker. Okay, everybody's kind of got their own thing a little bit. I also just like to stare at like blank walls and stuff like that. I don't like to have my computer in front of my eyes just because it's too much for my brain to process. I want to be focused on you, the call, how you're saying it, what you're saying. I want to hear that little stutter. Okay, when you say, yeah, it's my forever home. I want to get that stutter. So I go, cool, man. Hey, it sounds like you're 100% happy, boom, 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 play off it. But so whether you're standing, walking, okay, some people have the little treadmill in their office, like the standing treadmill. Tristan and Isaac do push-ups and stuff, in between. So you kind of find your flow on, we call it being primed. Okay, you want to be in a primed state. We're trying to transfer energy to people on the other side of the phone. So if we're transferring a subprime energy, we're going to get subprime results, back in return. Nice and simple. Okay, what other objections do we think we're going to get?
No, I don't know of anyone wanting to see the house move into the neighborhood.
Hey, totally understand, Emil, and I appreciate you, updating me and letting me know. Out of curiosity, how long have you lived in the community for? 15 years. Wow. 15 years. Okay, and this is my favorite part. What's one of the number one ways to get somebody to like you?
Make them laugh.
Okay, yes. Oh, that's a good one. Okay. What's one more? Checking the chat. Saw a chat come through. Never mind, it's a recording limit. Okay, what's one way, and I'll just say it in a second. We're all gonna go like, oh, of course. What's one way we can almost guaranteed, unless you kind of fuck up at it, to get somebody to like you?
Agree with them?
Close. Compliment.
Compliment.
Good job. My favorite thing. I said good job like 100 times. I was talking to this old lady yesterday. I literally was like, hey, Tori was her name. I was like, Tori, good job on raising a son that got accepted to Yale. I go, that's a big freaking deal. And she goes, yeah, but he's not even going. He's gonna get married instead. And I go, whoa, 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 whoa. Good job. And she goes, thank you. She goes, he was my one of four kids to go to college. And I was like, he's the good one there. I guess that came out at the end. Okay. And I told her how I didn't go to college. Right? And got in real estate. So that compliment though, you guys, I can't tell you how much you hear people on the phone. It makes such a big difference. You hear their whole energy shift where I go, wow, Emil, you've been here for 15 years. Good job, man. You must be in a great place with this home. Let me ask you, what drove you to this neighborhood in the first place? Oh, you like the amenities. Got it. You like that you got to pick your own lot, okay, and build the house. That's cool. Awesome. Well, I mean, Emil, let me just ask you. I got to ask you, out of curiosity. I mean, do you see it being your forever home? Well, no, in 10 years when our son moves out. Well, no, in a year or no. I've literally had people say, no, I'm not going to sell. This happens all the time. And then you get to the end of a phone call and they're like, yeah, we're probably like 90 days out. I'm 6 months out from moving to Texas for a new job. No plans on selling though. Okay. So that compliment is huge because if you're talking about breaking down walls and making someone feel comfortable with you, compliments are the easiest way. And then Rudy, you nailed the other one, laughter. That's kind of like my underhand. I throw a lot of cheesy jokes out, okay, until one of them lands. I get a laugh and I go, nice. Okay, we got it. Okay, but laughing compliments, like I said, compliments are huge. Think about you can compliment so much stuff, you guys. Even if they were just like, I don't know, you can say anything. Like I compliment families a lot because that's obviously a hard hitter. People like that a lot. They'll talk about their family, how their kids go to high school and they live in this area and yada yada yada. So they don't have plans. And I'll go, hey, Gio, before we take any steps further, I just want to pause for a second. I want to say good job. Okay, the fact that you've had your family here, they're going to the schools there, sounds like you're on point with work and everything like that. Like you guys got it going on. So I just wanted to pause for a second and really say good job for a second. When's the last time somebody did that to you? Like a real human being in your life just walked up to you and said, hey, Emil, seriously, man, good freaking job. You crushed it. It's a good feeling. It's a really good feeling. Okay. So that's why I provide it to other people. Okay. And they return the favor typically. AKA, that call started off as how'd you get my phone number? Yada, 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 all this kickback. She's trying to prove that I even knew the area. She goes, why don't you tell me about the community? Because I live right down the street. And I was like, well, I live 4 minutes up the street and da da da, and ran through and did all this stuff. Started talking about her kids, complimented her on her kids. James is doing that showing today at 1 o'clock. Like I'm telling you guys, it's not rocket science. We're just focused on the sale instead of the transfer of energy. All I do is make people feel good on the phone. I should have a freaking hotline that people call into and pay for the minute to talk to me. Okay. Freaking like the phone, things like no joke. That's all my goal is how do I make you feel good? Because if you feel good, you feel comfortable. If you feel comfortable, I'm taking this to a close. No question. Because I know my ability and I know that if you're comfortable with me, I'm going to provide the right steps. I'm going to provide the confidence. And I know you won the lottery. So I'm getting you to the close. But I need to make you comfortable with me. Okay. To be able to do that. That's why laughter, compliments, okay, will change the whole trajectory, okay, of a phone call. They're also great conversation starters. This is kind of an off-topic one, but just for you guys, walking up to somebody random in public and giving them a compliment is the best form of conversation starter that you could possibly imagine. To prove a point to one of our agents, me and Francis were leaving a broker preview, one of our broker previews. There was a neighbor down the street. It's a very Mission Hills, very nice area of Mission Hills. And there was a lady walking into her house. Front yard looked terrible. Not to be rude, but it was just terrible. The astroturf was like, all pulled up together and the plants were kind of, and, etc. I walked up to her. We were walking to Francis' car and I go, hi, excuse me. She goes, gosh, yeah. I'm like, I just want to say your front yard looks amazing. What type of plant is that? That literally turned into a 30-minute conversation on how that property is an Airbnb. It's not her personal property, and how she actually knows the house that we're selling right up there. And she knows all the neighbors in the neighborhood, and how she only wants it as an Airbnb for maybe the next 5, 6 years, and yada, 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 by simply saying, hey, Gio, hey, man, I really like that plant. What type of plant is that? Front yard looks great. Compliments make people feel good, you guys. They just really do. So I can think of a million stories where just throwing out a compliment. That used to be my door knocking trick too, the plant thing. I don't know why people like getting compliments because plants are freaking hard, dude. They're not easy. So when you're like, wow, Rudy, your garden looks great. They're like, yeah, my effort looks great. It's like what they're thinking. Okay, they're all hyped. Okay, let's get one or two more objections that we think we may hit.
Yeah, you compliment me on my plants. We're good. I got a ton of them. It's my thing.
Yep. I used to literally knock on the door and I'd go, excuse me, sorry to disrupt you. So sorry. I go, but you have this plant in the front yard here. And I go, my dad's a total green thumb. I go, he's worked at the Home Depot plant section, no joke, for over 20 years. And I go, I just need to ask you, what type of plant is that? They go, it's like a bougainvillea, or something. So I'm like, whoa. I'm like, that's cool. I'm like, that's super cool. I'm like, well, I just want you to know it looks amazing. Is it okay if I take a photo of it? Send it to my dad. They're like, yeah. They're like, yes, man. They go, hey, while I have you here really quick, we're actually just sold your neighbor's house over at 334 Jupiter. And I was just letting all the neighbors know, what it sold for. How long have you lived in the community for? Locked. Okay, so they're like, I'm telling you, we overcomplicate this stuff. All I do is make people feel good. Compliments, laughter. You're in. Now all you got to do is know your stuff for afterwards. So when they go, yeah, Neil, what does that look like? We're going, well, it's a very simple 7-step process where I come in, we look at the home, I bring my blue tape, we mark everything we need to do, and then I come to you and tell you, this is what we can sell for. This is like boom, 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 boom. Okay, and you go through it. You know your stuff, so you can close really good. But getting in the beginning, okay, is the most important part. That's why I tell everybody I close in the intro. People are closed way before I ask for their business. They're already closed on me. I'm just letting them know what the next steps are. Okay, is really what I'm doing. Okay, let's get one more objection. I thought I heard one. I may have cut you off.
Yeah, the guy that I was working with yesterday is kind of like he was like he told me he wants to sell, but in the future, but not to update him at all, but to keep him in the back of my mind. So I was like, it's kind of put you in a weird spot, right? Where you're like, okay, should I put him on a 90 days to kind of give him some time?
That's so funny. Don't follow up with me, but follow up with me.
Yeah, yeah.
Or don't follow up with me, but keep me in your head. Is what he said. That's funny. So in that situation, honestly, on those, I just laugh, a little bit because that's such like a variable situation. I'd be like, Rudy, I totally get it, man. You're probably getting so many emails, so many phone calls. I mean, what I'd really like to do is just send you one copy, okay, of what's going on in the neighborhood. From there, you can let me know if it's valuable, or not. But what's the worst case scenario of me just sending over one copy? Yeah. And I kind of play that like, hey, man, I'll send you one and then you let me know, if you want to keep on getting it. But I'll honestly just laugh a little bit. And like, you got to like, I mean, like in a positive way, like with him, be like, hey, man, like I get it. Like, like you want me to keep you top of mind, but you don't want me to follow up. Like that's a little bit of a hard one for me. I like to serve my clients at a super high level. Now, that doesn't mean we have to talk every day. Okay. But it just means that I want to have a clear next step, on what it is you're looking to do. So this is my favorite line right here. I use it all day, every day. What are the most appropriate next steps in your mind? What are the most appropriate next steps that we should take from here? Okay. And kind of asking that question. So yesterday we had a buyer and I literally just said, she's like, no, 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 no. I don't know all this. She was like stressed out about it. I don't even know about a million things, what it sounded like. And I was like, hey, Emil, I was like, what is a more appropriate timeline for us to get on the phone? She was like, tomorrow. And I was like, perfect. What time tomorrow? 2:00, booked. Done. Easy. So that one little line right there, I love it because it kind of brings them back down to earth, and all they think about is the next steps. And that, like I said, in that situation, I'd kind of laugh a little bit. Hey, Brett, I totally get it. Man, you probably get so many emails, so many text messages, so many phone calls. Okay. I can promise you I'm not going to be spam. Okay. So let me just ask you, I would love to send you one copy of the report. You give me your feedback. Okay. What do you think the most appropriate steps are from here? Okay. Or you could just remove out the report and say, hey, what are the most appropriate next steps from here? Because then at least he says, like, call me in 6 months. We go, perfect. I'll call you in 3 because we cut it in half. Always, it's very rare people say call more than a year. Very rare that someone says, Emil, call me in 2 years. We're like, that just doesn't happen very often. Okay. Normally they say 6 months, 12 months, 90 days. Okay, etc. So you can always cut that in half. And now I call Emil in 90 days, man. Emil answers the phone. Hey, Emil. Same intro as I gave him before. Okay. And he's like, oh, hey, do I know this guy? I'm like, hey, Emil, this is Zach. And as promised, I'm giving you a call. Because I promised you that I'd give you a call in 90 days.